Hi, I'm Monica, and if you are someone who wants some relief for your hips and your low back, then this is the class for you. We are going to start lying on your belly. So once you come to your belly, you just cross your arms in front of you, rest your chin on your arms so you could gaze a little bit off the front of your arms. Take your awareness to the tops of your feet, the fronts of your thighs, your belly, and your arms. For a moment, just feel connected to your space. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Lift your right leg from your mat. Keep your right leg straight. Maybe point your toes behind you. Stay right here. Breathe in. When you breathe out, lower your right leg down. Switch to your left leg. Lift your left leg. Then lower your left leg down. Back to your right leg. Lift your right leg up. And lower and switch. Lift your left leg. And lower it down. Now listen here. We're going to keep your chin connected to your arms. And lift both of your legs from your mat. Stay right here. Hold this for 3, 2, and 1. Lower your legs down to your mat. Keep your arms connected to your mat. Just lift your chin from your arms. So and just lift your chest a little from your mat. Stay right here. Breathe in. When you exhale, lower your chin back down to your arms. Do that twice more with your upper body. Just lift your chin from your arms. Stay here. You can look straight forward and lower down. One more time. Lift up and lower. This time, we're going to lift your chin from your arms and lift both of your legs from your mat. Stay right here. Hold this. See how you feel on the back line of your body. Squeeze your glutes. Breathe. One more breath in. When you exhale, lower yourself back down to your mat. All right. We're going to turn to the left side of your body. When you turn to the left side of your body, rest your head in your left hand. Your right hand can be in front of you. We're going to lift your right leg from your left leg. Doesn't matter how high you lift it, but when you lift it to a certain point, you're going to feel something on the outsides of your hip. So just stay here and then start to pulse the right leg up towards the ceiling. And you keep your right leg on top of your left leg. Just do this for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Lower your leg just a little bit and then bend your right knee, draw it in towards your chest. Sweep your right leg behind you. Just do that twice more. Right knee in towards your chest. And then sweep it back. Last time, draw in and push back. Bring your right leg back on top of your left and lower it down. Once you lower it down, notice how your right hip feels. Turn onto your stomach. Pause here for a moment. Just compare your right side to your left side. And then when you're ready, turn to the right side of your body. Again, you could prop your head in your hand, left hand in front of you. Just lift your left leg up. Keep it on top of your right leg. And pulse the left leg up towards the ceiling. Just a few times here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. And then lower your left leg just a little bit. Bend your left knee, draw it in. Sweep your left leg behind you. Twice more, pull in, sweep back, and once more, draw in and push back. Stack your left leg on top of your right. Lower your left leg down. Notice for a moment. And then turn onto your stomach. When you turn onto your stomach, we're going to pause here. You can wiggle your hips. Just let this movement be easy. And be still with your hips. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your chest from your mat. So you have a little bit of weight in your hands, but not too much, right? See how this feels. Maybe lift both of your legs from your mat. Breathe in. When you exhale, lower your legs, lower your chin down to your mat. We're going to do that one more time. Lift your chest, lift your legs. And when you exhale, lower everything back down to your mat. Now push onto your hands and your knees. Once you come onto your hands and your knees, resist the urge to move. Just feel. Notice what you feel right here. We're only going to move your pelvis, okay? So take your tailbone, drag it down in between your legs, maybe point it down towards your mat in between your knees. See if you feel a stretch in your low back. And then point your tailbone towards the back of your space. You feel how your lumbar spine kind of dips to a curve, to a little back bend. Let's do it again. Drag your tailbone down, your shoulders and your neck. Stay completely still. Point your tailbone back. Let's do that one more time. Slide your tailbone down towards your mat. Stay right here. Hold this. And lift your tailbone. Once you lift your tailbone, you're going to keep your pelvis still now. Just push into your hands. When you push into your hands, do you feel your shoulder blades spread apart? Squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another. Do you feel your chest dip towards your mat? Let's do that one more time. Push into your hands. Feel broad across your upper back. And squeeze your shoulder blades. Come back to where it feels like more neutral, right? And from here, walk your knees together to touch. We're going to take your right leg and cross it behind your left. Just open your feet apart from one another and push your hips towards the back of your mat. So you could stay here with space between your bottom and your mat. We're going to go back and forth a couple of times. So lift your hips, keep your feet open. Push your hips back. When you push your hips back, you might notice that your left knee lifts from your mat. That's fine. Come forward. And this last time we'll pause. So push your hips back. When you push your hips back, you could either stay right here if you have the reach. Maybe you have a seat at the back of your mat. Keep your chest towards your thighs. We're just here for a couple of breaths. Lift your hips. We'll meet back on your hands and your knees. Close your feet. Uncross your legs. Keep your knees together. And we'll switch sides. Left thigh behind your right. As you cross your thighs, open your feet apart from one another. And let's start to press your hips back. So if you push your hips back and you have a lot of space between your bottom and your mat, that's totally fine. Just notice what you feel on the outsides of your hips, specifically the right hip on this side. Lift your hips, come forward. Do it again, push back. And shift forward. Last time. Pull your hips back. Once you pull your hips back, you could choose to stay right here or have a seat at the back and lower your chest towards your legs. I'm going to stay right here on this side. And then take your time to lift your hips, come back onto your knees and your hands, close your feet, uncross your legs. When you uncross your legs, have a little bit of space between your knees. Walk your hands forward, a full handprint. Keep your arms straight and push your hips towards your mat. Right? Connect your thighs to your mat. I know this feels like compression in your low back, but focus on the front line of your body. Do you feel space? Do you feel length? Maybe a little bit of stretch. Then lift your hips and push your hips back towards your heels as much as feels comfortable. So could be here, could be closer to your heels. Right, we'll meet on your hands and your knees. Once you come to hands and knees, walk your legs around and in front of you will meet in a seat. So when you come to a seat, you're going to bend your right knee, bring your right heel closer to you, place your hands behind you. Once you place your hands behind you, pull your shoulders back so you sit with a more neutral spine, and then hover your right foot. Just lift it up from your mat. Push your right foot forward so you straighten your right leg, and then bend your right knee again. Straighten your leg. One more time, bend your knee and straighten your leg. Now bend your knee. Look at your left ankle. And just cross your right ankle over your left ankle so you sit with your legs or your ankles crossed. Come up to a seat and fold forward. Lift your chest, place your hands back behind you. We're going to do this with intention, right? Bend your right knee, bring your knee towards you, your thighs towards your chest, and place your right foot down on your mat. Slide your right foot forward so your right leg straightens, and bend your left knee. Once you bend your left knee, check in with your shoulders. All right, pull your shoulders back and hover your left foot from your mat. And then push your left foot forward so your left leg straightens. Bend your left knee. Do it again. Straighten and bend. Last time, straighten and bend. Look at your right ankle. I'm going to cross your left ankle over your right. Come up to a seat and fold forward. Lift your chest. We'll meet back in a seat. Place your hands behind you. Draw your left knee in towards your chest. Stay right here. Keep a bend in your left knee. Just lower your left foot down to your mat. Straighten your left foot forward so both legs are straight. And then bend both knees. Once you bend both of your knees, keep your feet together to touch at the center of your mat. You're going to open your knees apart. You can keep your hands behind you and I'll close your knees together. Do it again. Open your knees. Just get some movement in your hips and close. And we'll do it one more time. Open and close. Nice job. Once you open your knees this last time, you could choose to stay right here with your hands behind you and just enjoy the hip opening. Or you could lift yourself up to a seat. See how this feels? And hold on to your feet and stay right here. Or you could choose to fold forward. All options totally available for you. We're going to stay here. Just 2 more breaths. And And if you folded over your lap, lift your chest, come up to a seat, place your hands behind you, close your knees together. Take a comfortable seat. So that might mean your legs are out straight in front of you, or you cross your legs in front of you. And once you have a seat, round your shoulders forward, bring your chin towards your chest, and lift yourself up. And as you lift yourself up, just pause right here. And place your palms together to touch in front of your heart. Either close your eyes or soften your gaze down to your fingers. Take your awareness to your hips, your awareness to your back. Just notice how you feel. Maybe it's just a little bit more awareness. Maybe you feel a little bit more free. Or maybe you feel like you've done a little bit of work. Take a deep breath in and breathe out. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for this class. So this class was intended to strengthen the back line of your body, do a little bit of stretches for your low back and your outer hips, but then also to strengthen around your hips as well. So I hope you have a new appreciation, a new feeling for your back and your hips as you move throughout your day. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do, so that you know when the next class is published. And thank you again. Bye.